Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the second session of English class. As you know that we have discussed a poem from your second PUC's text in the previous class. Now, I'm going to deal with grammar part. So, dear friends, uh, today I'd like to deal with the most easiest grammar part of your second PUC syllabus, that is reported speech. ಸದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬಹಳ ಜನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ಪಾಠನ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಬಹಳ ಜನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಬಹಳ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ. ಬಟ್ as far as my knowledge is concerned, it is the most easiest first when we remember all the rules and regulations to convert a direct to indirect sentence. There are two ways of reporting speeches. The one is direct speech, and another one is indirect speech. So here, the first one, direct speech. As I told, there are two ways of speeches. The one is direct speech. The direct speech is nothing but the actual words of the speaker. Direct speech is nothing but the actual words of the speaker. And the indirect speech is nothing but reporting the actual word of the speaker. So there are some differences between direct and indirect speech. The direct speech has two parts, whereas the indirect speech has only one part. We can have an example. Here, Kiran said, I am unwell. Kiran said, I am unwell. So here, this part is called reporting clause. There are, as I told, there are two parts in the direct speech. The first part is Kiran said. Here the sentence is split by a comma, and the second part of the sentence is I am unwell. When we have converted this sentence into indirect speech, Kiran said that he was unwell. See, observe the two sentences on the board. The first one, Kiran said, I am unwell. There are two parts in the direct speech, and in the second one, there is only one sentence, the complete sentence. Kiran said that he was unwell. And another difference between direct and indirect speech. There are two words in the direct speech. The one is reporting word, and the other one is reported word. And in a direct speech, the direct speech has inverted comma, whereas in indirect speech, the inverted commas are removed and the sentence ends with full stop. And the particular, while converting a direct sentence to indirect sentence, the sentence, the two parts, the first and second part of the direct speech are joined by a conjunction. The first and second part of the direct speech are joined by a conjunction. Here, we use conjunctions according to the kinds of sentence. As you know that there are four kinds of sentences. The first one, assertive sentence. Interrogative, imperative, and exclamative sentence. There are four kinds of sentence. And we use, while converting a direct sentence to indirect sentence, we use the linkers as well as the reporting verb according to the kinds of sentences. If the sentence is an assertive sentence, while converting it into indirect speech, we use the linker that. Here is an example of assertive sentence. Kiran said, I am unwell. There is no expressions like order, request, any exclamation. So, this is a simple sentence. So, while converting these type of sentences, we use the linker that. And the second kind of sentence, interrogative sentence. While converting an interrogative sentence to indirect speech, there are two sub-kinds in the interrogative sentence. The one is WH question and another one is yes or no question. If the sentence belongs to WH question, we use the linker WH word of the direct speech. WH word of the direct speech. If we are going to convert a direct speech, a direct sentence to indirect sentence, if the sentence belongs to interrogative sentence, if it is a WH question, we should use the WH word of the direct speech as a linker. And another sub kind of interrogative sentence is yes or no question. Means the sentence which begins with auxiliary, like are you going to college? So these type of sentences are called yes or no questions. The sentence which begins with helping verb or auxiliary. And when we are converting a sentence which belongs to yes or no question, we use the linker as if or whether. The third kind of the sentence, that is imperative sentence. Imperative sentence is nothing but which are used to express orders, requests, suggestions, advices, like that. And while converting those imperative sentences into indirect speech, we use the linker to with the verb. And the last kind of the sentence is exclamatory sentence. While converting an exclamatory sentence into indirect speech, we use the linker that. So, these are the use of linker while converting direct sentence to indirect sentence. And we use some of the reporting work like this said. So we use the reporting verbs in assertive sentence. Said, replied. If there is a conversation form, if there is a reply to any question, that particular sentence was while converting that particular sentence, we use replied. He replied or she replied. Then admitted, said, replied, admitted, explained, continued. These are the reporting verbs to be used while converting assertive sentence to indirect speech. And in interrogative sentence, we can use the reporting verbs as asked, questioned, and inquired. And in imperative sentence, we can use the reporting verbs like requested, ordered, commanded, advised, suggested, etc. And in exclamative sentence, we can use the only one reporting word, that is exclaimed. Here, we can use the only reporting word, exclaimed. So these are the reporting words converting a direct sentence to indirect sentence. So the use of reporting word reflects the nature and the tone of the sentences. So according to the nature and tone of the sentences, we can use the reporting word in converting a direct sentence to indirect sentence. And then after knowing the use of conjunctions as well as go with the changes of reported changes when converting direct sentence to indirect sentence. Observe these sentences on the board. Here in the first sentence, Kiran said, I am unwell. When we have converted this one to the indirect speech, Kiran said that he was unwell. So here, when we have converted the sentences, there are certain changes. I in the direct speech become he. Am in the direct speech become was. So along with that, we use a linker here. So we go with the changes while converting a direct sentence to indirect sentence. Fine. Note the following changes from direct to indirect speech. The first one, changes in pronouns. I and you in the direct speech becomes he or she. As I have been already an example regarding the particular pronoun I am unwell becomes he was unwell. If the gender is male, we can use he. If it is female, we can use she. And we and you becomes him or her. Mine and yours become his or her. We and you becomes they. us and you becomes them. Our, your becomes their. Our, your becomes their. So these are the changes of pronouns while converting a direct sentence to indirect sentence. I and you becomes he or she. Here singular you. Me and you becomes him or her. Mine and yours become his or her. We and you become they. Us and you becomes them. Our and your becomes their. Ours and your become their. The next change of the reported. The next changes in auxiliary means helping verbs. When we are converting a direct sentence to indirect sentence, there are certain changes have come across. The first one already we have discussed, say the changes of pronouns. Here the second change is changes in auxiliary. So the first one, am and is are becomes was, are becomes were, has and have becomes had, was becomes had been. So these are the four auxiliaries when converting direct sentence to indirect sentence. We have to change. The first one, am and is becomes was, are becomes were, has and have becomes had, was becomes had been. The third change of direct to indirect sentence. The first one, the third one is changes in modal auxiliary. So here, shall in the direct speech becomes should. Can in the direct speech becomes could. Will in the direct speech becomes would. May in the direct speech becomes might. Must in the direct speech becomes. We can use as must or we can change it to had to. So these are the changes in modal auxiliaries. Shall becomes should, can becomes could, will becomes would, may becomes might, must becomes must or had to. So these are the changes of auxiliaries and the changes of modal auxiliaries. Fine. So difference. The fourth change of direct to indirect speech, changes in demonstratives. There are three demonstratives. This becomes that. These become those. Here becomes there. So the next change of converting a direct sentence to indirect sentence, that is changes in adverbs of time and place. Adverbs of time and place. If there is a word now in the direct speech, while converting it into indirect speech, we should change it as then, ago, before, today, that day, tonight, that night, yesterday, previous day, tomorrow, the next day, next week, the following week. So these are the changes of demonstratives and the changes in adverse of time and place. So the next and important change while converting a direct sentence to indirect sentence is the changes in tenses. Fine. The last change in the reported speech is the changes in tenses. If when the reporting verb is in the reporting verb is in the past tense, the reporting speech or while converting those sentences, we have to change the tense structure. If the sentence is belongs to simple present tense, while converting it into indirect speech, it should convert to simple past tense. If the sentence is belongs to simple present tense, we have to convert it into simple past tense. For example, Ramesh said, I am going to, sorry, Ramesh said, I am unwell. While converting it into indirect speech, Ramesh said that he was unwell. So, the second change of tense, present continuous tense to past continuous tense. If the sentence belongs to present continuous tense, when while converting it into indirect speech, we have to convert it into past continuous tense. For example, Pawan said, I am going through my village. So this particular sentence is changed as Pawan said that he was going to his village. The third change of tense, present perfect tense becomes past perfect tense. For example, Nandi said, I have completed my work. Present perfect. So if the sentence belongs to present perfect, we have to convert it into past perfect while converting indirect speech. Nandi said, I have completed my work. Nandi said that he had completed his work. The fourth change of tense, present perfect continuous tense to past perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous to past perfect continuous. For example, Ravi said, we can take an example here. Ravi said, I have written a letter. I have written, I have writing a letter. I have writing a letter. So, we're converting it into indirect speech, past perfect tense. Ravi said that he had been writing a letter. So, the next change of tense, simple past tense to past perfect. Here, Arun said, I wrote a letter. Arun said, I wrote a letter. So while converting this sentence to indirect speech, it should be converted to past perfect tense. Arun said, I wrote a letter. Arun said that he had written a letter. Very simple. And then the last change of tense, past continuous tense becomes past perfect continuous tense. Arun says past continuous. I was writing a letter. It becomes Arun said that he had been writing a letter. It should be in continuous form. If the sentence is belongs to universal truth or like any habitual actions or historical fact, the tense of the sentence remains same. So these are the changes of tenses. We'll glance once again. Simple present tense to simple past. Present continuous tense to past continuous tense. Present perfect tense to past perfect tense. Present perfect continuous tense to past perfect continuous tense. Simple past tense to past perfect tense. Past continuous tense to past perfect continuous tense. These are the 6 changes of tenses while converting a direct sentence to indirect sentence. But remember one thing, if the sentence is belongs to habitual actions or universal truth or any historical or geographical fact, the tense structure of the sentence remains same. So, dear friends, these are the changes of direct to indirect speech. We will discuss some more examples which are relevant to your text part in the next session. Thank you.